rush is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 14-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Going deep downfield into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Wild Bill. Right there. 54 Mike.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st down, Washington.
Now a give, right side. Benjamin. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their position.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kids nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Right there, 56. Stop your running.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And now look at him go. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Makes the score Redskins 7, Vikings nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Rosen setting up the screen for Cook. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Redskins 7, Vikings nothing.
So on now is the punter, Matt Bosher, to kick it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken around the 12. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Shit, shit, shit. Check three.
Now a give, right side. Benjamin, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Ready? Mike 5. Mike 5 forward. Go on.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Go. You got tight. You got tight right there. Chad.
Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Right there on the coverage to knock that ball away was Mike Hughes.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys to try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Keep it up.
A toss to Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, orbit.
Throws it from his end zone on 3rd and long. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
We play to win. Let's go. Ready?
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Rush in. Rush in. Watch safety three. Watch safety.
Now a give, right side. Benjamin. He'll have a first down past the 40. A huge play there for Washington. 52 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
On first down, here's Love. And he'll take us inside the 20 and down to the 18. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. It's caught by Treadwell. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On first down, it's Rosen. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Rosen powers through it, and this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Rosen to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Rosen. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down now, Benjamin. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
56, right there, 56. Hey, alert.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And this is Cook with a grab. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time, but it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, Zoo. 57.
To throw is Rosen. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. We saw this a lot in the 1st half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Jackson from the shotgun. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there, and that'll bring up second down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I got one. Wide. Get wide. Switch. Jim. Go.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Tyree Jackson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for 2.
Let's get it together.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Throwing again on second down. Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Monday. I need you quick.
3rd and long here for Rosen. That's complete to John Ross. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. And now it's Rosen looking. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
54, Mike. Come to my work. We want it. Yes. Hey, one set. Check, Mike. 52, check. Cover. We're ready.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now it's Jackson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. They go play action now. Jackson, nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go. Let's go.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on that last drive, Whitford on fourth turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 49 yards. Rosen on first and 10. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Rosen again on second and 10. And Cook has it left side. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Montez Sweat in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. They'll try and throw forward with Rosen. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Check. Lucky. Joker. 36. Check 43. Will. Check.
Here's Love again. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Carl Lawson picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On second and a couple. Rosen being chased out. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dante Fowler make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Rosen to throw on third down. And the pressure gets to him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack. And it's going to lead him to fourth down. Here's Rosen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dante Fowler. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Yo, 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 yo.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This time Jackson will throw it. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One final shot here for Rosen. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense.